In this tutorial, we'll start to explore a little role of the kind of big toe, really how that big toe is so influential, both in allowing us to produce force and then how we produce rotation through our swing. So initially looking at that trail foot, that first metatarsal, that long bone that runs from the ankle into the base of that big toe, really known as the line of force of the foot. So to move pressure from side to side through our body, we have to move pressure along that long bone, that first metatarsal, into that base of that big toe. The base of the big toe, in many ways, or the big toe in particular, is then often referred to as the elastic point of rotation. It's where we kind of push off and how we interact and leverage with the floor to then produce rotation in the swing. Looking more so at that kind of lead big toe then, it's keeping that base of that lead big toe connected as long as anatomically able and possible to downswing. For sure, we're going to lose the medial part of that foot, we'll lose the base of the big toe as you move into an approach impact. But the big toe in some ways is also known as our jumping joint. It's how we actually jump through just life. So to get that lovely elevation, that extension up to that kind of lead hip, which waves into that kind of rotation so that spine and rib cage, is keeping the base of that big toe connected as long as anatomically able in downswing. It's also very important that we look at so much is made around force application, force production. What's also vital then is the concept of force absorption, that when we keep the base of that big toe connected for longer, pressure waves more vertically up through our body, so we're able to absorb those forces typically in a much more advantageous way. When we start to really lose that big toe early in downswing and push off the outside of the foot, force and often waves more laterally across, it shears across the spine, so many things like kind of stress fractures and kind of spinal based conditions can connect back to losing the base of that big toe on that lead foot very early. So once again, the line of force of the foot is that first metatarsal, so moving pressure along that metatarsal and downswing around that trail foot is vital for really good force application production, and also then allowing rotation, good interactions with that big toe on that trail foot. The elastic point of rotation is then very advantageous to that good rotation to happen. And keeping that base of that big toe anatomically is connected to the floor for as long as possible in downswing is vital for allowing elevation to that hip, rotation to that spine, and good force absorption.